No, but it's just a. All right, so I'm here with Stephanie, and Stephanie, our conversations are always about AI because we are really into AI. So maybe a quick intro, and she has her again logo here, so we can make sure that that's showcased. But I think our conversation, as you introduce yourself, might be going to guardrails, right? AI guardrails.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Stephanie Sylvester, co-founder of AvatarBuddy. AvatarBuddy is a managed AI as a service company. We create function-specific AI agents and digital twins that leverage a small language model, and we provide that service with the use of our AI agent, our AI advisors.
so our conversation was okay. We can do it all now. All we need to do is get an agent and go into ChatGPT, create these agents, and that's it. We're done. And now she's giving me an awakening. Like, Rick, it doesn't work that way.
No.
So what are your learnings as your experience with these different companies out there?
So when you think about AI, so if you start with the large language models, if you move the data out, the large language models, it's algorithms that you need. You don't need all of that data. So you're seeing people are put in chips that can run on your local device, and you don't need, and that's because they're figured out that they don't need all that data. And then you have small language model, which is a smaller version where you can store your proprietary data. So it's just for you. You can control it, make sure there's no bias, that it's clean, so forth. Then there's the building of the AI agents, prompt engineering, the system prompt engineering. So there's two prompt engineering. There's a system and then there's a user. It's a system prompt engineering that I'm concerned about. That people think that they can do it. And that's creating a lot of problems. And
name some problems here, Stephanie. Name some problems. I'm curious about what kind of problems can happen with going an AI that goes wild, right?
What could go wrong? I mean, so there are companies. MIT just came out with a report that said most of the company projects aren't producing the ROI because they didn't focus it from a people standpoint, and they didn't use real world data. Two big things that you have to do. Then you got the character AI stuff, and the most recent thing with OpenAI, where teenagers have gone a little bit rogue on, and then the AI went even more rogue, and that's not good as well.
So I love it. I love the conversation, but I want to try to think about these guardrails because that's the challenge right now because I don't really see any guardrails out there, and I'm curious, like maybe what guardrails do we see maybe coming up that we need to be prepared for?
Well, as the algorithms become more refined and their outputs become more accurate and they come faster, the AI agents that you're using to make them do what they need to do become more powerful. And the more powerful they are, the more guardrails you need. And so I'm very concerned about everybody's thinking I can just go take a class and I can now do AI. I can configure an AI agent. Not so. It's kind of like me thinking that I can cut my hair because I see my barber cutting it in 30 minutes, and I try to do it, and 2 hours later, nicks and razor bumps. I'm finished, and so that's kind of like what that's a really good analogy when you think about it. Yeah, like can you do it? But razor bumps are not the best thing. It doesn't look good on a shaved head, and you get nicks. It's not. And 2 hours, something that's supposed to take 10 minutes now took 2 hours. I mean,
I love it. So again, guys, we still need professionals. We
yes.
need guidance. You don't want to waste a lot of time doing something that might have already been done by another system, right? So having that professional being able to guide you and removing some of those obstacles. I'm afraid of being sued. Like there's going to be a lot of lawsuits when it comes to how did you get this data? Well, how did you use my data? And what's going on with that, right? So there's just a lot of things that we need to make sure we're aligning to. So I love putting guardrails enough that protects us from things that could go wrong, like severely wrong. So thank you, Stephanie. Again, always an amazing time with Stephanie here.
It's always a pleasure talking to you, Rick.
And I think you're going to our conference. I think you're going to be speaking at the conference. So,
Absolutely.
So if you want to catch her live, please join us there. And it's going to be in March, and we'll love to see you there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.